Luke, one of the reasons that I found Buddhism so attractive is that very thing. My understanding, when I listened to Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk, he says the very same thing you said. We do not try to convince other people to be Buddhists. If you ask me questions, I will answer them. But I will not come to you and try to convince you to be like me. That is so different than what I'm used to seeing with religion in my country. Secondly, I believe that the original Buddha, as I understand it, said that we should look at what he said and did and then decide for ourselves what is going to work for us. Well, for many years, since I was very young, I have felt that each person should be able to make up his own mind about how to do things. It just makes a lot of sense. I don't consider Buddhism a religion, I consider it a science of the mind or a philosophy of life, more so than a religion. I don't consider myself a Buddhist per se, but I live by many of the tenets of Buddhism. And I have to tell you, every night I take my dog down to the field to run for 30 minutes. And I have a little chair that I took and hid down behind a tree that I pull out to sit in. And I have a second book from the Buddhist organization there in Taipei. I forget the name. I think it's about Buddhist skills anyway, and it has many different essays in it.
I know the book.
I love it. I have been going down every night. I've told my wife I go down there, I sit down, the dog runs, I focus on the dog, and I watch the dog, and I'm thinking, such a simple life, the animal is happy, all it wants to do is make sure, and I think about that, and I kind of meditate on it, but, the dog moves around, but I still look at the dog, and I try not to think about anything else except the dog. But then I read one chapter in that book, and then when I'm done, I go back home. And I come home, I'm more calm. I'm thinking positively. I am happy. And it just makes my life better. And it makes other people's life better because I come home and I'm thinking about what I should do for my mother-in-law and father-in-law, how I should work with you, what I could do to help. Those are the kind of thoughts I have. So it just seems so practical to me. It's so practical. I used to wear a St. Christopher's medal, which was a Catholic medal when I was a kid.
Oh.
I've got the Buddha on there around my neck and had it for years. I don't show it to anybody. I don't show anybody else. It just stays up here. Well, I thought you, but I said to Lily a couple of years ago, when you come back, I want you on over, bring me something. I said, you bring me a Buddha. So she brought me a little Buddha on a chain, and it's hanging in my car over the.
Oh,